It'll be a good night for the people that are hanging out there in center field down at Salem Park.
It is going to be a beautiful night for that, to have that little pup tent and, yeah, great weather, whether it's through the overnight, but even for the most part as we head through the upcoming weekend. Of course, today we saw temperatures get back into the 80s, still very much low humidity, but we did get back into the low 80s, and we're going to hold on to these 80s at least for a few more days, but we are kind of tracking another shot of unseasonably cool weather around the middle of next week. Of course, before that is also when we'll have our next best chance for some showers as some of that cooler air does arrive. And again, that's sometime around that Monday night, Tuesday time frame. You'll see that with the 7-day here momentarily. But of course, we're not talking about rain this evening. It is a beautiful evening with pretty much cloud-free skies. Temperatures are beginning to cool, although compared to the last couple of evenings where we were seeing those numbers drop very quickly, that won't be the case this evening. So if you are going to be out and about, again, we're going to hold on to some fairly mild weather. In fact, for Buffalo and Niagara Falls, overnight lows, we're not going to fall out of the 60s, so only settling into the low to mid 60s. And where we've seen some 40s here the past couple of nights, we'll be down into the mid 50s there across the southern tier. Now, notice during the day tomorrow, we have some of this moisture kind of working up from the south. At the very least, it's going to give us a little bit more of a mix of sun and clouds. But if you look close enough, and you got to look pretty close, there are a few little radar blips, a few little isolated showers. That's the extent as far as any rain goes. The majority of the day will be rain-free. Many will remain dry, but just want to emphasize, if you are going to be out and about, don't be surprised. There's a couple of brief little showers. It then clears out, and then the rest of the day will be rain-free. So that's what we mean when we say mainly dry. You might just have that brief little shower. Now, Sunday morning, dry start. Notice the warmer start. That's because Sunday humidity levels will be increasing as we do kind of bring back some of the kind of just classic midsummer type humidity as we head towards the second half of the weekend. And just that in place and with some lake breezes setting up, here we are Sunday afternoon, and once again, only isolated shower chances. The best chance for a shower, I think, on Sunday is going to be some of the north towns, that lake breeze convergence zone, and also inland from Lake Erie. But many, especially around Buffalo and that Lake Erie shoreline, will see another mainly dry day. Temperatures right back into the low 80s, again, with that humidity. And even Monday, at least during the daytime, we're not expecting much in the way of precipitation. Here we are Monday at about 2 p.m., and you can see that lake breeze convergence zone kind of setting up again inland from Lake Erie. So that's the rain chances. As far as any kind of weather system, that truly doesn't arrive until Monday overnight, and that's when we'll have our next best chance for any kind of widespread rain. So again, tonight, all quiet with clear to partly cloudy skies. Great weather for those campers there at Salem Field. Not as cool. Temperatures here in the city only settling into the low 60s. And then for your Saturday, we'll have a few more clouds mixed in with sunshine. Many will remain dry with seasonable temperatures. We're right back up to the upper 70s and low 80s. But again, an isolated shower or two can't be ruled out. I definitely would have canceled kind of outdoor plans, and really for the most part more the same on Sunday. The only difference, it is going to be a more humid day, but temperatures will actually be pretty similar with most picking up highs around 80. Again, Monday, still some isolated shower chances, but it does increase towards Monday night into Tuesday. If there's one day next week where we're kind of tracking a bit of a washout, that will be Tuesday of next week with widespread showers. And in the wake of that, that's when we do have some of that cooler weather moving in. For Wednesday, we'll have some leftover showers. After that, though, temperatures should warm up. Should be back up to around 80 by the end of next week. We'll be tracking that.